Welcome, everybody. Day 28 of the 30-day Master Your Life Masterclass. Oh man, what I got in store for y'all today. Knowledge, knowledge, and more knowledge. So much knowledge you think you might be going to college. Anyway, well, you could say you're getting a PhD in you. That's part of this process. Pretty high degree of knowledge of yourself. I am Ref Master Aaron Motley, your global community elder, here to be of service to you and yours, to enlighten and to bring awareness to how easy this wonderful thing called life is. I'm using several tools. I got my organ clock, I got my book that I authored. Y'all see this silhouette, the man and the woman? We're going to talk about that whole energy vibrational thing today. So, what do we got in store today? I'm gonna share, I'm gonna share with y'all how to get rid of migraines. If you know some migraine sufferers, you need to share this broadcast with them because I'm gonna show you some simple techniques that will get rid of probably about anywhere from 40 to 80% of the migraines completely. And if they're consistent, they won't have to worry about that again. Okay, so energy. Energy flows throughout the body. Also, I'm going to talk about the energy systems known as meridians. I want to give you an idea of what that looks like. I'm going to talk about reflexology. Hand and foot acupressure, also known as auricular, the ear, acupressure. Okay, so the short of it is this. Your body has lines that run through it. Okay, there are lines that are vessels, there are lines that are nerves, mostly nerves. But if you were to create a grid using your body, i.e., draw a line from the little finger to the little toe. I'm not gonna put my foot up here, y'all. Plus, I'm not trying to do smell vision. Feet don't stink. I hope. Anyway, so you got 5 fingers, 5 toes on each hand, of course. So 10 fingers, 10 toes. Imagine a line coming from your little finger, going on the outside of your arm, the elbow coming up, shoulder, up the side, back of the head, or around and over, looping around the eye, coming back around, and then coming down the side of the body, going down the side of the body and all the way to down the side of the thigh, side of the calf, down to the side of the foot, and ending at the little toe. Now do that for each finger on each hand. So if you draw 10 lines across the face, then you'll have 10 points. Actually, this way, because the thumb's in the middle. The thumb is in the middle of the head, so it'd be more so like this. Thumb is in the middle, so the thumb is what represents the brain. From the standpoint that the lines that go through the thumbs go to the center of the body and come down on either side of the head and the brain, and so on, all the way down to the middle, between the thighs to the center of the legs, down to the big toe. So you got those lines, right? Think of 10 giant rubber bands that covers that area, right? So I don't have a rubber band here. It would be nice if I had a rubber band. If I thought about it, I'd have a nice prop. So I got a rubber band. It's invisible. You can't see it. So imagination time. So I got a rubber band. I'm pulling it, right? I'm gonna use my cord here, my computer cord. Say this was a rubber band. I'll stretch it and say, if I do this, you see that vibrate? So anywhere on this cord, along this cord, if I twang it, if I were to twang it in the middle, the whole cord would vibrate, right? So think of those lines in that grid that we just made, fingers and toes, outside of the body, middle of the body, all the way down from fingers to toes, going up the arms, over the head, down the body, in lines, energy lines. So if you hit a point on any of those lines, it's going to cause some vibration, some movement. So that energy is going to move along that pathway. Now, say if there's a spot on that line that is weak, doesn't have much energy, then there's another spot where it has a lot of energy concentrated. So that energy is concentrated, maybe pulsing like this, maybe throbbing, maybe inflamed, while the other one, the energy is constricted and it's not doing anything. It's just getting weaker and weaker and weaker and fading away. Then you pluck that line in somewhere in between, then all of a sudden, this one starts to wake up and this one doesn't pulse as much. So you got, you know, a synchronous flow. I hope that makes sense to you, and I hope that my little finger diagram was feasible enough to get the idea. So when you do that, you balance energy. That's the essence of it all. That's the energy of meridian systems. That's the energy essence of acupressure, acupuncture, reflexology. Another way to look at it is that the body is divided internally into the upper section, the middle section, and the lower section. So if you were to superimpose the entire body, the inner workings of the body, over the hand, over the feet, over the ears, you would see where the organs line up. Okay, so I did that line with the meridian with the meridian lines, right? So look at the outside of the body, just inside, just on the outside of the body, from the edge of the body, and then going inward about the length, the distance of this little finger. So that would be probably about a 4-inch section of the body, going down the side of the body in a 4-inch section, depending upon how wide your body is, of course. You know, maybe 2 inches. So that 2-inch section, say that part, it runs and it intersects with the spleen. So about the midpoint of the body is the spleen. So this would be the spleen point on the side of the body that the spleen is on. So that would be like right here. And then of course, underneath the spleen behind it, you have the large intestines, which descend over here, the descending colon. On the right side of the body, it goes up, the left side of the body comes down. So anyway, that's how that system works. So that's how you move energy. So I'm gonna show you a quick little picture here. Share my screen to make it a bit plainer. Nope, 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 wrong direction. So where is it? Okay, I don't have the one that I wanted for the hand, so I'm going to show you the one for the feet. This is the reflexology chart for the feet. Whoa, that's too large. Still too large. So remember I told you big toe, that's the brain. Now, if you notice, the way that the outside of the foot goes is very much similar to the curvature of the spine. So the center line of the body is the spine, of course, and we know that from the brain on down that center line of the body, that spine is where all of these nerves flow. And then those nerves flow out to various parts of the body. So those nerves are like energy channels. So when you press on the points for the brain and the various parts of the brain, as you can see here, it says brain, nose, cerebellum, neck. You know, the neck of the toes, like the neck of the hand, where the fingers, where the toes meet the top of the foot. And so the same thing with the fingers meet the hand, that's the neck area. So the outside of the neck area, it would be the shoulder area. Same thing on the hands and the feet. And then across from the shoulder area, you come from your shoulder across the inside of your body, you got your lungs. Same thing. And then you got your thyroid and all that. So it lines up. So when you're working on your hands and feet in those areas that correlate, you'll be doing what's called reflexology. So it's like reflex, in other words, a reflex point or a reflective point where the energy or the organ is reflected energetically on that body part. Where's my, okay. Here's one for the ears. The ears are interesting because this may not be a great one. It's kind of fuzzy actually. Okay, so this would be the head. You see the eyes here. So that would be like on the ears. And then you got the neck, and then you got around, picture a fetus. Now, if you look at your ear and you think about a fetus, you can ask your device for the picture of a fetus and see that baby curled up, and then you turn it upside down because babies are actually most of the time upside down in the womb. So the ear is shaped similar in same position as a fetus in the womb as it grows. So coming out of the womb, you can superimpose the infant's body over the ear, and you can see how that body lines up, the body parts. Here is the spine, the outer part, going around intestines and so on. So ask your device to show me an auricular reflexology chart or ear reflexology chart. And when you get that, you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, we know the ancient Egyptians did all kinds of wonderful things. So here is a hieroglyphic or picture of hieroglyphic where they were actually doing reflexology on each other, giving each other hand treatments. And they're holding their left hand, it looks like, or their right hand, depending on the position, underneath their armpit while they're receiving reflexology. That's some type of energy balancing scenario you got going on there. Now I'm gonna show you this one picture here. This picture here is phenomenal because this picture, it's what's known as spinal nerve, the spinal nerve function. And spinal nerve function shows you basically what vertebrae correlates to what area or organ, and then the possible symptoms. Okay, right here it says master control for entire nervous system. C1. C is for cervix, 1 is for vertebrae. So the cervical vertebrae, number 1, which is basically the one that's right at the base of the skull. So in that area is where you have symptoms such as headaches, migraines, earaches, colds, flu, so on. So just tapping in that area can help alleviate cold or flu. Let me stop sharing. Now I'm gonna show you something else. Along this line, you got muscles on either side of the neck. So you have the center line. Then you have this muscle over here, right? And this muscle over here on either side. So you take your fingers like this, and you just run your fingers down the side of your head. You don't let them touch. They come about an inch apart on this muscle. Now, the thing about migraines, a large part of the issue with migraines is tension in the head. And some of it comes from neck stiffness, from laying, in a bad position when you're lying in bed. So the easiest way to get rid of that and to deal with that is to apply pressure to those muscles. So you're just going to take your hands like so, and you're going to lay your fingers here. Then you're just going to let your arms go like this. All you do, put your fingers there, bring your arms here, and let your arms just hang. And let the fingertips kind of just, the weight of the hand, just dig in. So when you relax your arm, The weight of the arm is going to cause the fingers to dig in. See that indentation where my fingers, just from laying there? That's what's going to happen on the back of the neck. And you can just lay your hands in and just hold it there for a while. Then you can move your head back and forth. And that will begin to ease the tension in the muscles that are causing the tightness in the skull, that's squeezing the skull and squeezing the brain. It causes so much pressure that it causes migraines. So that's your tip to ease migraines. And this is some of the things that we're going to share in the upcoming workshop on the touch part of the 4-part workshop series, Master Your Life, Master Workshop series. That'll be in strong 4. Remember, we don't do weak. So instead of week 4, that'll be strong 4. So that's your tips for the day. Hope this served you well. Breath Master Aaron Motley, your global community elder and health expert. Actually, what my title is Certified Holistic Health Consultant. Then a whole lot of other things, as well as Breath Master. So thank you all for your time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. It's over here. Check out the videos. You see the links up here. And share, share, share. Don't forget to hit the notification bell because you're going to want to be notified when the next video comes out because it's going to help you enjoy life. So thank you so much. See you